Hello, my dear Leos. This is your love and spirituality reading for the time between May 1st and May 15, 2017, with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. So I use the Legacy of the Divine Tarot by Zero Marchetti, and I will start shuffling your cards. I call the Divine with love and light, and I call the 4 archangels in the 4 corners of the world, and I call the 6 elements: earth, wind, fire, water, spirit and ether to join us here today and to give us a clear view reading for my dear Leo viewers. So I want my dear Leos to have love in their lives, to find themselves in loving relationships. I also want you to have creative success and to be able to walk on your highest path towards your highest destiny. I also want to take the chance to tell you about the Aquarius meteor shower, May 6 till 7, and the full moon in Scorpio, triangle Neptune, May 10. Jupiter in Libra have been going retrograde since February 7 and revealing all imbalances in your life big time. Mercury, the planet of communication, has gone retrograde in Taurus since April 11 and now quickly moving backward in the star signs up to Capricorn, revealing all lies that you made for yourself or that other makes to you or you make to others. Saturn has gone retrograde also since April 9, revealing all the lessons being unfinished for you to finish, especially when it comes to things connecting to Sagittarius. How do you really want to live your life? Pluto moving retrograde in Capricorn since April 22nd, revealing your worst fears, that is, has the ability to rock the foundations in your life. So face them now and really put in the work. It will be your birth out of your own prison and into the sun, really facing the fears. What's special dates for Leo this month is probably May 2 to May 4, when the moon is moving through your sign, squaring Mercury and triangling Venus, and also squaring the sun. So those dates might be specific for you. So I'll just tune in for a few seconds. So my dear Leos, this is your future, this is your now, and this is the past. So the now is probably the first half of May 2017, but whenever you watch this, is probably the exact right time to see it. So the first card for you here is the Magician. So the Magician is a trickster, a manipulator, but also an author, a creator. It's communication with words. It's of course Mercury. I said just that moon will square Mercury, May 2 to 4, some of those dates, maybe both of them, I don't really remember. Mercury is also going retrograde. The planet of communication is going retrograde in Taurus since April 11. So Taurus, it's about your foundation, root chakra thingies, like relationship, work, family, friends, those deep things, those things that we need to be rooted in, to feel like a stable plant. We don't want the ground underneath us to shake. But now when Mercury is going to retrograde here, we need to start to telling the truth about how we really want things, like how we want to have things created in our lives, what we are really aiming towards. We can't really shut our mouths anymore and pretend that we are satisfied with something that we might not be satisfied with. Leos, you are creators. This is the Magician, also very creative. So also having the symbol of the sun here. Sun is your planet. It's Leo's planet. And this is Mercury going really close to the sun, going with the messages. So the next card is 5 of Cups. So it seems like this, what you want to communicate is about sadness and sorrow, how you have been feeling very disappointed or not getting what you want, the emotional support maybe, or the communication that you want to hear some words, maybe you want to create something within love and it seems to fail. Five of Cups it's a five. It's about this harmony in relationship, not having the same goals as other people, being out of touch with each other. And but Five of Cups, the fives are usually like situation that comes and goes quickly, but they might return like cyclic, but they come and they go quickly. It's a situation where you feel maybe you needed to tell someone how you felt. Maybe you were exposed to feeling of sadness for some reason, maybe some failure or something, some situation that went wrong. Maybe something that you tried to create went wrong, and you got sad about this. This is like crying over spilled milk, crying over something that has been lost, something that you were about to create, or you are a part of creating this. The Magician is kind of an author, and Leo are authors as well. The fire sign are very creative. You are taking a big part, big responsibility when it comes to creating things. So here you have a Six of Swords, so that's good. That's you being able to communicate your feelings really clearly. We have the Ace of Swords here, and water with penetrated with 5 swords. So you are being able to communicate how it feels, how those feelings are feeling. It's like the knowledge of your own feeling is blooming in your heart. You are being able to tell people. This is self-realization, getting to know yourself, and then being able to communicate yourself on the outside world. So up to now, it seems that there's a lot of things going on with you communicating how it feels to be you, how it feels to go walk a mile in your shoes. Six of Swords, this is Persephone going down in the netherworld to marry Hades. So this is you visiting those dark places where you have been feeling hurt. Usually we fear those dark places, but it seems like you go here with bravery and a straight back. So you want to fix this now. It's like you want to create something better for yourself. So you are almost like a detective, investigating what went wrong, what was happening, who were the perpetrator, who were the victim, what's going on between them. This doesn't have to be a relationship issue. It can be something like how you might have failed, or your plan and God's plan didn't really match up, and something came up and made you very disappointed, but you were able to communicate how this was making you feel. So the Six of Swords is very good. It's about getting to know your own feelings, getting to know your own self, your own reactions, starting to see that maybe there's not so much wrong with you. Maybe you can understand yourself. So here is the Hangman situation. The Hangman situation is a situation where we need to have a lot of patience. It's like you're trapped in a time loop. Something is not really moving on in the haste that you wanted. It's Neptune here. So it's something that you still need to see about your feelings and about your emotions. You still need to dive deeper in the waters. This is an aquarium fish, so this person is hanging upside down, like both in space and in underwater, and it's a mirror here, so you're being able to mirror yourself. It's also like almost a prison bar or a sunken city here with all those pillars. So this is like a divine trap for you. There's no comfortable way out here. Maybe with the Magician, you try to play tricks. You try to do something in a way that wasn't really accordingly with your true emotions. Maybe you try to skip a step. Maybe you try to avoid having those emotions in the first place. You didn't want to go to this dark place of the underworld, but when this thing happened that made you so sad, you had to realize that it was the only way. And now you're here, so it's like you're back on square one. You try to avoid this dark place, and maybe you try to not be so emotional, because the magician is usually creating things with a clear head and planning and scheming a little bit. So maybe your plans failed. Maybe you couldn't do this in an aloof way. The divine is tricky, it's clever, it has its mysterious ways, and you will probably try to skip a step. You will probably you had found a solution that made you being able to skip a step, and this wasn't allowed. So it seems like you need to face something. You're losing money here, so maybe it's something that you are ashamed over. It's some kind of failure, or somewhere where you feel weak. You don't want to feel weak. You want to be in control, like with the magician. But so it's something you need to face about yourself. Maybe you have a need that you don't want to recognize. Maybe you are not appreciating your own sensitivity. Maybe you don't appreciate you having like emotions at all. Maybe it's more comfortable to do without, and that's not going to work. So here we have the Lovers, and the Lovers is number 6. So with the magician sometimes wants to be unaffected by people, and having like playing their way through a situation. Maybe there's a love relationship here, where you try to not be so affected by the deeper emotions of that relationship, and this didn't work. Something backfired here for you with the 5 of Cups. You got disappointed anyway, so you were touched by emotions, and now you had to do some self-realization about this, and figuring out what it is that you're trying to avoid. When you are in a love relationship, you shouldn't have to play games. You should be able to trust your counterpart. You should be able to have open feelings. You should be able to communicate them. Of course, always taking responsibility for your own feelings. But it seems like this is the step that you have missed. You need to tell people that matters in your life how you really feel. If they truly are your friends, or and truly are there for you, they are going to want to listen. A person that doesn't want to listen to your deepest feelings and needs and disappointments, they are not really a keeper. So maybe this is what you need to realize here. This is sacrifice. Maybe you need to sacrifice people that you are not being able to be sincere with. The Lovers, anyways, is a very special card. It's talking about connection that's not really easily you can't really disregard them. They are there for your spiritual growth. So when you try to maybe play a game here with magics and tricks, and try to avoid some lesson that love brings, the divine is going to stop you and make you unable to do so, because there's a deeper knowledge, deeper lessons to be learned here. So don't miss this opportunity to open your heart and expose your vulnerability. You don't have to be weak just because you have emotions. You can still have boundaries and rules for how people can behave towards you. It's a bit tricky here. The Hangman is connected to the Empress as well. 12, 1 plus 2 is 3. It's the Empress. So it's a little bit like pregnancy. It's like I'm feeling like it's an impatience. You are getting disappointed. You are impatient. You wanted something to happen maybe more quickly than it actually did. And it's something to do with love or creativity. Love or something that's dear to your heart, some endeavor that you are undertaking that's very meaningful for you, and if you are going to fail, it's going to hurt. But this is just like a pause, so you can be able to see yourself in this mirror and do a little bit of reality check. Maybe also strip away a little bit of illusions. Sometimes with the hangman, there's need to be sacrifice made, and we have the lovers here, so it can indicate that you need to sacrifice a love relationship that's not so supportive for your emotional needs, or that you are sacrificing a relationship because you don't want to have emotional needs, something like that. Okay, so that was in the past, so it might be happening for some of you watching in April. This will be what's going on right now, not really knowing what the outcome is going to be. You have been maybe opening your heart to someone, and you don't know if it's going to be well received or not. But it's anyway, there's some truthful communication has been going on. Maybe from the beginning, this wasn't your attention, but because of this pain, this misfortune that happened, you opened up your heart, and now you don't really know what's going to happen. Maybe you're waiting for a decision, or you're not being able to make one decision, maybe. In the future, in the now here, we have the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups is like the minor arcana Lover's card, so it's much the same thing going on here. This Venus, I said Venus we're going to square the moon in your sign, May 2 to 4. So that might be an important date for you. When it comes to love relationship, it might be intense, emotionally intense, and it seems like the communication that you have made in your relationship might help you to actually make some kind of connection with a loved one, a friend, or it can be also someone at work. It might be a creative endeavor that you have here, something that's important for you to make connection and to make people like on board with your ideas. And it's magnetic here. We can see there's some kind of energy going on here, and here it's two hearts like being magnetic, like this, tick tick tick, like you see this Cancer here, Cancer sign. So communication within love, or creation within love. You want to create something and you're a bit impatient, pregnant with this new thing, what is happening. The next card here is the Seven of Wands. So the Seven of Wands is some kind of resistance, or you're taking a stand when it comes to something that's painful for you, or you try to protect yourself against someone else's pain. There's some communication going on here in relationship, and it's about emotions and how you want to be treated in relationships and so on. And this is resistance. So it seems like either you resist your own feelings, someone are resisting your feelings, or you are resisting someone else's feelings. So the Seven of Wands is also maybe taking a stand for your feelings in a love relationship. Maybe you just decide that, well, I can't fake this anymore. I need to be very sincere with what I'm feeling. So I'm taking a stand here, and I'm going to protect myself against wrongdoers, people that's not supportive towards me. I'm going to align with myself. I'm believing in myself. So I feel here with the Magician, you were trying to make maybe a shortcut, as I said. Maybe you didn't want to have your feelings in the picture. Maybe you wanted to be really logical. But here I sense that because it's a sevens are spiritual growth. It's situation which you can't really handle. They are out of your control, and they are coming because you need to learn something. It's something that you have been not being able to do before, and now you have to do it. So it seems like you are going to take a stand for your emotion. You are going to understand that you can't skip this. It's you need to be loved for the person that you are, and your emotions need to be taken into consideration. If you have a love relationship where no one cares about your feelings, well, that love relationship might not be so much worth having. So therefore it seems like many of you are going to stand up for the right to have those feelings and to be able to express them. And with the sevens, of course, there will be resistance. So someone is not going to see eye to eye with you when it comes to this. So you might have to, put up a little bit of fight and showing with conviction that those emotions that you have here, they are true and real, and they need to be taking into consideration. They need to be a part of the picture. Seven of Wands is resistance. So it might also be that you are trying to communicate with someone that's making a lot of resistance, or someone is trying to communicate with you and you are not really receptive for this. So try to stay open, try to stay open-minded. Try to make, like with the Six of Swords, sixes are harmonious, sevens are when you need to take the thing another lap. So try to make win-win situations. Try to see also the other person's point of view. But I'm really getting the sense here that you need to stand up for what you believe in, because with the Magician, maybe you tried another way. We can see the red coat here, the wand, that's typical for a magician. So you're standing up for what you are believing in, and you're communicating this, and you're not going to buckle down, because this is too important to sweep underneath the carpet. It's this what I'm sensing here. So really central, we have the feeling of the Five of Coins, not being worthy, not being loved, being ashamed of being you. So we have the Five of Cups, Five of Coins. It seems like you are either treating yourself with no dignity, or letting other people treat you without dignity. We see here your soul's light want to come through, and that's why also you need to take a stand for yourself. The Five of Coins is feeling alienated, feeling like you don't belong, like you're not included, like there's something wrong with you, so people are rejecting you. Maybe this is your love. Someone is standing in the doorway here saying no to you, and you feel like a beggar in love. Or you are doing this to someone else, making them feel like a beggar of love, because we are yin and yang here. So one is taking the role as the perpetrator, one is taking the role as the victim. It's just roles. It's not really for real. Next time you go down in a lifetime, you might take the other role. So don't be so hard on each other, because you just have gotten this set of viewpoints, how you have been socialized, how you have been brought up, what kind of culture beliefs you have been given, is going to make the outcome for what kind of stand you are taking in your life. So don't be so hard on each other. Don't judge each other just because you see things in different ways here. But this is a deep-rooted feeling of not belonging, not being like good enough, not having the support. So you really need to start sorting with your friends. You need to start checking out who are really there for you a bad and rainy day, and who is not. Who is giving you what you need, and who is like not doing this. Also check what you are giving and how you are making other people feel. It comes really central, this Five of Coins. The Five of Cups seems to be have been a little bit of a surprise that came, and it ended in you feeling like this, like a failure, or like a person that needs to be ashamed of their own feelings, because here is you communicating your feelings, but it just made you feel like a beggar. It just made you feel like it's not really comfort if someone is comforting you because you have said that you needed comfort. you need people that can see your needs and help you. I'm not saying that they need to be like having this telepathic kind of mind, but to be able to be compassionate enough to see when someone's hurting and at least listen when they are telling is a basic requirement for a partner, a friend, or a family member. To be able to be there for a person when they open their heart and telling that this is how I feel. So if you are exposing a person that's very vulnerable and that's opening their heart to you and telling you that this is how I feel, and you say, well, I don't care, or fix your own problems, or whatever happened here, this is somewhat close to abuse, okay? The next card underneath the Hangman is the High Priestess. So the High Priestess is when you have put yourself together, all the pieces is on right place again, and you are able to take care of yourself. This is your emerging water, so you're finding out that your emotions are okay. So it seems like you love yourself at least. And also your soul has gone down here in your body. We can see this with the Hangman card in many decks, that he has a halo. He misses the halo here, but this is, you're hanging like this to become enlightened. So this situation didn't come just by coincidence. It came for you to see something important. And what seems to come out of this is you honoring the divine feminine, you honoring your own emotions. You have learned something new, you have gotten some new wisdom, and you have some new seeds here that you can plant in the ground and make something new grow. You also have the moon here, moon and Neptune. What did I say about that? No, it was moon in Mercury maybe. Yes, okay. Neptune is significant also this month, because the full moon that is in Scorpio this month will triangle Neptune. So you will have it's May 10, I believe. And so this is going also to be a specific date for you. I can see this. And I think it's going to strengthen you. It's going to strengthen your beliefs in your own emotions, that you are right to have them, and they are spiritual communication. You are going to, here you have doubts, here you don't have doubts anymore. You feel like your self-respect is returning, and you're becoming utterly strong. This is a person being very self-aligned, can go for months without water. It's like she's containing everything she needs inside of her. So I don't want you to have to be alone and survive on your own, like, spiritual being. I want you to have a love in your life. But if your loved one is treating you like dirt, you are better off without them, okay? So this is the moment of truth. This is the moment where your true friends will reveal themselves to you, and you will see who's the friend and who's the foe. And you decide, okay? So there's no rules here. It's your decision. You also see here, it's there's a pomegranate, here's an apple. In many legends of the paradise, the apple was actually a pomegranate. It's a holy fruit also in Torah, because it's have so many seeds. I think it's 61 or 63 many seeds. It's endless possibilities for you when you start to listen to your divine information, in spite of what other people say to you. Fives are like small petty things, like how you can easily change this just by instating a personal boundary and not taking crap anymore. And this is, the High Priestess is an expert of not taking crap. She has Taurus symbol in her forehead. Her third eye is kind of glowing, so she's very stubborn, very convinced that she is on the right path, and she's very in tune with her instincts and intuition. So she just reacts like very immediately to communication from the spirits. So it seems like the divine got you where they wanted you. It's like they have done a reality check for you here, and and they have got you to see things, to realize things. So we'll see how it goes with that love relationship. Okay, it's a Four of Wands. So Four of Wands is a very good card when it comes to love. You have the Two of Cups, Four of Wands. Four of Wands is talking about, this is, you see the glowing thing she has here, her third eye. This is how she imagines and dreams for the future, like an architect imagining a house that she's supposed to build. And this is she having this plan of the future, of this future house. So your thoughts become the house you live in, as Hafiz once said. And this is you making a new foundation for yourself. It's a foundation of self-love that will reflect in actual love. The Four of Wands, traditionally, it's a card about marriage, about buying a house, moving in together. It's also harvest feasts, creating a family. So you have, you still seem to have this this big love relationship. It's just that maybe the person that you're with, or the people that you are having relationships with, needs to, you need to, they need to step up and show you that you are valuable to them in their lives. So they need to value you as you are valuing yourself. So much of this is coming from your own shame of being you. So you can't really blame others for this. They are just mirroring something within you. It's you that's unsupportive of your feelings. It's you that don't think that you are worthy. So the other people, they are just placed like in a drama for you to play this out. This is your fear that you are not good enough. And here, what the divine wants you to understand is that you are good enough. Align with yourself. This is what you want, the dream for the future that you want. What you want wants you, okay? So if you have a dream, if your soul has a longing, it's supposed to come to fruition. You have a lot of fruits here as well. So, and this is also in the same time human evolution, and you are evolving like a person. You are learning great new skills here. This seems to be very beautiful for you. You are taking good care of yourself. You're also taking good care of the people that are in your life. Sometimes, with your cross watchers, you watch for another star sign, you might think that is this the Leo that doing this towards you, and it's the same thing. Sometimes we are shifting position. As I said, we're just taking different roles. So those people that look upon this, is usually the person that has been in some ways victimized. The other person maybe doesn't even notice the situation because for them it wasn't a big deal. So they would never find this reading. So for some of you cross watchers, this will be how a Leo person has maybe treating you because you don't feel worthy. Okay. And this was in the now, and here we have the future. So the first card here is Ten of Wands. So Ten of Wands is holding back your natural impulses, not being your ordinary fiery creator. So it seems like you in a love relationship are holding yourself back because maybe you don't want to feel like this. So you don't want to give. Fire persons are very creative. As I said, you are the authors. You dream for the future, and other people's kind of sometimes just tag along, and that make you feel like they don't want to have this what you are dreaming of, and it makes them feel like you are deciding everything. But here it seems like you don't want to have this role anymore. You are tired. You're sick and tired of this. Why do you have to be the one that carries the dreams? When everyone else seems to, don't care about the future. You are the creator here. You want to create beautiful things, but no one wants to co-create with you. So you're getting a little bit tired here. This is also the card for moving, finding new places to live because maybe you got tired of the other place or it was time to move. It's a Ten of Wands. It's building up to something. So you have also the House card here. So it might be something with moving away or escaping a situation that it becomes too much pressure in this situation. But traditionally, this is a card with a person moving. They are taking up their sticks from the ground, putting it on their back and moving to another location. So maybe it isn't so bad. It might be that you are moving to the next step within a relationship, or you're moving in together or buying a house together. But it might be that you are sick and tired of being the creator in the relationship. This is taking a lot of responsibility. It's like taking 100% of responsibility. And for some of you, this will feel like, what am I going to dream the future for when no one else does? Sometimes you can feel like, oh, I want to find someone that dreams like me, so I don't have to have the responsibility. But that's a little bit unfair, because not everyone is an author. Not everyone is a creator. So if creators came together, they would have marvelous life, and they will run away from everyone else. They will be like this rushing river to the sea. We will just see the backside of you. So you need to share your visionary skills with others, for those who doesn't have the same visions. For those that are a bit slow, their waters are running more slow towards the sea. So it's a matter of balance. But of course, if you're feeling exhausted, you're feeling used and abused, and no one wants to play this game that you have created, step back then and just do your fair share of the thing, and sometimes this is a person over functioning, doing all the things, so everyone else feels useless because there's nothing left for them to do. Like when your mother has already done all the dishes after the dinner, and there's nothing left for you to do, and you feel like you wanted to help, but she don't want your help, so you feel useless. So don't make people feel useless. The next card here is Nine of Wands. So it's you keep on struggling here with those feelings. You have Seven of Wands, Nine of Wands, Ten of Wands. You have Four of Wands as well, but that's a more easy card. It's harmonious. Those other cards are a bit more. It's war here. You are fighting for your right to have those feelings. This is a person drawing a line in the sand. This is a person guarding the door. So it seems like you have got enough, Leo. So you're not going to let anyone hurt you anymore. And you're drawing a line in the sand. Enough is enough. So you feel like maybe you have wasted too much energy into a project that didn't give so much in return. We see that you're very tired here. You're exhausted. This can be it can affect your health in a bad way. So Nine of Wands is also like sometimes you can create a bad outcome for the future because you anticipate it to be bad. When you are putting up like a fist like this towards people, they are not going to see you as a friend. So it can also be a problem here that if you are anticipating getting hurt, you will show a very tough exterior, and people will kind of pull away from you, and you will get hurt because you will feel abandoned, and then we are back to this. So try to be a little bit more brave. Protect yourself, put up boundaries, draw the line in the sand, but try to be more adult about it. Try to not be so. This is so much. It's like you are victimizing yourself or making yourself being like the person that having all the problems. But there's a lot of pressure on you here. And you are doing the best you can. There's a lot of energy that wants to come through with you. And sometimes I can see this with a lot of people that you have relationship that very lopsided, that one wants this relationship and the other one is not really helping. So I sense this is what's going on here, and the divine seems to want to have this love connection still in place, but you feel like the other person doesn't even want this relationship. Why on earth am I staying? So it's a little bit like you're standing in the start pit of running away here. It's like you have had enough. We can see this. It's like we just need like shoes here, like running shoes. You have been crawling to the starting line here, but it's like you are maybe you are going to escape this situation. We saw this the last time you had a lot of eights. Eights are like building up to becoming like fed up with something. It's stealing your energy. Here it's a 9 and a 10, so it has become very intense. Okay, so the next card is Justice. So if you're going to continue, if you're not going to like just head off to the sunset all on your own in your running shoes, there needs to be justice. You need to have, you need to start to feel dignified in your relationship. You need to be able to this is communication, truthful communication, both those cards. So you're truthfully communicating how you really feel, and this is creating some kind of balance. And what we hope here is, of course, for justice, and this is a major arcana card, so it's kind of saying that if you are requiring justice for yourself like this, drawing the line in the sand, becoming very decisive, having self-control, there's going to be justice for you. This is Libra, so it's talking about equality, not letting people standing poor outside your door without any resources while you are safe in your castle. This is about sharing and giving of your own safety to help someone else. So the Justice card is coming here from the Magician to the Seven of Wands to the Justice. So no one is going to give you justice. You need to give this to yourself. When you require respect from people, when you say this is my boundaries, this is what I want, this I don't want, this is you making justice for yourself. And this is 11. Then you have 12. 11 is also 1 + 1 is 2, the High Priestess. So they are very connected. This is the divine testing you and wanting you to align with you. And it's this conflict within you where you don't feel dignified or you don't love yourself, and here you're putting up with a lot of like it's like being in a tormenting situation, being stuck, almost being in prison or being put up on a stake. It feels very like ancient torture. Why are you doing this to yourself? Next card here is Three of Wands. So Three of Wands is your future dream. This is what would actually make you happy. And the Three of Wands is not very compromissive. It's like you want this, what you want. Nothing else is going to make you happy. This is what you want. So it's partnership, but it's not so much a negotiation because the order is already made. You have already told what you want, what's going to make you feel leveled and balanced and harmonious again. So this is your ship coming in. This is you dreaming about what you want to have. So I think this is a marvelous time for you. You are midst of this, what you don't want. So it seems like a gateway is open for you to decide what you actually want. Waste no more time thinking about the situation that you have and waste an awful lot of time of dreaming about your future instead. This is where you need to put your energy on what you want to have. Okay, you have already realized what you don't want to have. So what do you want to have? 3 of Wands, 4 of Wands. It's building up here. It seems like it's open. You can get this whenever you say when. It's like you just need to realize yourself that this is what you're worth, okay? And not putting up with having like things that's not perfect, that's not really for you. It's like almost what you want, but not really, and it's sucking you dry in some way. So next card here is Death. So death is big changes. So there's need to be big changes in your life. You need to let those changes come. You need to change your way of being. This is going to be rather simple because it's death. So it's something just happened to you. You have 11, 13, no, 11, 12, 13. So it's counting. It's something that you need to sacrifice. You are so afraid of letting this go, but you need to let it go. It can be the end of a relationship. You might feel like you're fed up, but in the same time we're seeing those cards here about love and relationship. So maybe there's a change within the relationship. Maybe you have been able to communicate here your new boundaries, and being able to communicate what it is that you really want, and become very decisive and certain. You see the Lovers, the High Priestess, the Justice, talking about being very mature and adult in a relationship, not doubting anymore that your worth is actually just, it's going to be like this. It's just how it's going to be, being very decisive. This is what's going to happen. And here it seems like the gateways to your own heaven is open, but the death is here. So maybe your heaven is to escape. Maybe your heaven is to say bye-bye to something and leave it forever in the past. Death is taking things away that is not going to come back. It's like this. Your body, for instance, it has come together, build this beautiful body for you. It has just this lifetime. So honoring your body, honoring the person that you are right now, and deciding that you are worth fulfilling your dream. So it's no more wasting of time. Either this situation is changing in the way that you want it to, or this is going to end. And it's going to end rather quickly. Death is a gateway to a new beginning. And it's what I said with this. What did I say? I talked about all the planets going in retrograde. Jupiter in Libra, in Libra here, revealing our imbalances. I was also talking about Saturn, a really strict teacher, talking about what do you really want in your life. I was also talking about Pluto. This is Pluto moving retrograde in Capricorn, your Capricorn, your foundation, your relationship, your stability, your economy. Since April 22nd, revealing your worst fears that has the ability to rock the foundation of your life. So it's about facing your fears. Just do it and be over with it. Just be fearless here. Losing something doesn't mean you were not worth it. It does only mean that you are worth something that's better. Okay, you need to sacrifice something old to get something new, something that's more suitable for you. And it can be sacrificing an old way of being, an old way of like begging for things when you should demand them, or an old way of letting people step all over your boundaries. Death is 13, 3 plus 1 is 4, is the Emperor, is having boundaries. You have the 4 here as well, and 3, no compromises. You want what you want. You have done the order, so you don't want like a fake thing or the wrong delivery. It's spiders here, horses, Scorpio. Sometimes there's also with death, it's snakes. You have a bird here. So it's a lot of people are fearful of many animals because they are representing of symbolic events. Spiders being destiny. Scorpios, transformations. Horses, your emotions. Birds, being able to see things, doing a reality check. Snakes is death, change. Something that's gone forever. It's like sacrificing to Xibalba, sacrificing to the black hole. It's something that needs to be like sacrificed for the new beginning to come here for you Libras. You have had the death card off and on for quite some time. It's like you're hanging on the fence here, not really knowing what to do, but you are being very guided here now, and it's much about your own self-esteem that's not really in tune with what you want. So as soon as you decide that as soon as you start loving yourself with this card, start loving yourself, becoming fearless and deciding that this what you want is what you're going to have. Things are going to just put itself together in the right order. You are going to feel more harmonious. We have the Metal King here for you. Discipline, armor, boundaries. So you really need to draw that line in the sand now. It's even if you fear this to death and you think that this is going to be the end of everything you hold dear. This is why you have put yourself down and let people step all over you. You are a Leo. You are supposed to be an emperor. You are supposed to shine like the sun. It's time to show your Leo qualities here now. You also have the Lady of the Mirror, and this is talking about previous experience. You have been in this situation before. Try to check out how you would have liked yourself to do in those situations, and do it now, even if it scares you to death. Just do it and be over and done with it, because this situation will come back and come back and come back until you are able to face this fear. So, as I said, go back to a previous situation where you have had a similar experience and see what you wish that you would have done then if you had been brave enough, and then just do it. Okay, just do it. Past life oracle cards for you to see what's being the foundation of all this. You not feeling really happy about yourself. We have Greco-Roman here. Greco-Roman is about it's about this. I've seen your flag on the marble arch. Love is not a victory march. It's a cold and it's a broken hallelujah. So you don't have to be submissive in a love relationship, and you should not win either. There should be equality. Okay. Another card for Leo. The High Priestess and Angels. Okay, so the High Priestess, you have the High Priestess here, and you have now also the card of Angels. So you're marvelously supported. You also have marvelously beautiful connection with the divine. So why are you unable to do this scary thing? Don't you trust them? Don't you trust yourself? I think you know kind of what you need to do. You don't know the outcome. You just know what you need to do. You don't know what will happen after, and that's why you're so darn scared. Okay, it has something to do with father and authority. 13 for father, becoming like more authoritative, becoming more masculine in a way. Leo is a card for kings. So stepping into the masculine, taking more decision, taking responsibility for your creations, deciding that, okay, so I believe in my creation and I'm going to fulfill them. I'm not going to let my dreams become sand. Okay, so my dear Leos, another tough period for you, but it's because you are so close to the sun. So everything is the energy that comes here. It's hitting you very hard because you are really very close to the divine. You are very close to the source. So it's like walking underneath the eye of God. It's not easy, but you are also this, what I said, the author, the creator. So you will reach the finish line before everyone else. So take the heat now. It's trial by fire, and know that you will be the guiding light for many people out there. Okay. So my dear Leos, I hope this helped, and I want you to take really good care. I'm also very grateful for all of you liking, subscribing, and commenting to my videos. So yes, take really good care, and I hope we see each other again in the middle of May. Bye bye.